I'm here today with Chris Burell, the Director of the Career Services Department of Harry Norman Realtors, and in this video we're going to look at the first order of business, which is the business plan. The first question that I want to ask Chris is, why is it important for the agents to have a business plan?
Well, Jeanette, that's a fair and great question. And, the most important thing about an agent having a business plan is it really allows them to measure their success throughout the year. It also forces us as agents to write down and put in writing what our goal is for that year, and allows us to have something to measure our success against. So, the business plan at the very core, that is really the core principle behind the business plan. And it should be an important part of any agent's plan.
Next question would be, what should a business plan entail?
For a business plan, there's lots of them. There's probably 5,000 plus different business plans out there. But at the most simple level, a couple of things need to be included in that business plan. Of course, the sources of income, an estimate of the sources of income you'll bring in. In the sales industry, that's a little more difficult to come up with. Also, what expenses you're going to know that you're going to have, and then also leaving some buffer room for those unexpected expenses. There's also the cost of doing business. There are certain tools and certain things that an agent will need that are going to be fixed costs versus the unexpected costs. So all of those items need to be included in their business plan.
Okay. Next question, from your personal perspective, how did having this guide assist you?
From a personal perspective, when you have a business plan written out, what it allows you to do throughout the year is sit down with your broker or with a mentor or an accountability partner and really look at where you're at, and to adjust your spending habits and to adjust your expenses, because that's really the only thing you have control over. And then also to gauge where you need to be at. The best example would be, for example, if I'm at the end of the first quarter of the year, and by that time, according to my business plan, I should have sold at least 3 houses or closed 3 houses at about $350,000 or more. If I am at the end of that quarter and I realize that I've only closed 2 houses and the price point has actually been below what I had hoped it would be at, well, of course, the amount of income coming in is not where it should be. And that also means that I can't spend what I had planned to spend in the next quarter. So I have to go back and readjust. I can't keep throwing money after something that may be a moving target. So that's how the business plan helps me directly.
So from a young agent's perspective, it is fair to say that you will have to adjust your business plan quite often throughout the year. It's not something that you would just do one time. It's something that requires multiple adjustments.
Absolutely. I mean, I always argue do the business plan in pencil because it is going to change. It may change for the better or it may change for the worse. Let's hope it's on the better side.
Exactly.
If you're ahead of where you plan to be, maybe you need to up your marketing so that you can even increase, more income coming in and more business coming in. But, for any agent, whether they're brand new to the business or a veteran agent who's been in the business many years, I think it is a core principle that we must govern ourselves as sales associates using that business plan, because if we don't, we're going to wind up overextending ourselves on charge cards, business loans, and we're going to continue to play catch up if we don't monitor our expenses.
Great, great. Those of you who may not have your own business plan, the Harry Norman Career Services, has provided a 12-month business plan budget that you can follow. This information can be found on the online.harrynorman.com site. You would choose class documentation and look in the business plan folder.